Hi, everybody. It's Elizabeth Erbrecht, and this is Conversations about Death and Dying, the show for people who want to talk about death and dying, don't want to talk about it, and have questions about it, and everything in between. Today's video is going to be about who remembers you when you're gone, or will anybody remember you when you're gone? I had a client years ago who was just very upset. She was so afraid that people were going to not remember her. And we had many conversations about what that means and who she thought would remember her and why. And what brought this up for me for this video is I was in the car yesterday listening to NPR, and the person that was on the show, and I want to look this up, but I can't remember what show it was. But the guy was talking about this world famous sandwich that he wanted to figure out what the ingredients were for. And the person that created that sandwich had passed away. And so those ingredients were not written down, I think, because I only heard a small blip of this. But the part that reminded me of this client was he said, the person's life lives on because of this sandwich. And that it's not that he is dead, that he's not actually dead until the memory of this world famous sandwich that he made is dead. And I thought that's really interesting, that what we create on the planet is what keeps our memories alive. And it sort of goes hand in hand with the movie Coco. I don't know if you guys have seen the movie Coco, but if you haven't, it's a really good movie to watch. And but it sparked the thoughts for me about this client that I had, that the people that love us, or the people that don't love us, or the things we create on the world are what keeps us still alive in people's memories or knowledge or history, or however you want to look at it. And that a person isn't truly dead, if you want to say it that way, because there's someone that remembers them or remembers the thing that they've done. Like, I mean, a big example would be Albert Einstein, right? Or Tesla, or Carnegie. There's these people that we use terms for all the time, or we have buildings named after. So are they truly dead? Is their world still exist because we still hold them in regards, or we still remember them, or whatever that looks like, right? It just got me thinking. It was a really interesting concept that this guy on NPR was saying, is that this man's he's not actually gone, because people are still trying to figure out how to make this sandwich. It all comes down to a sandwich. It was just really funny. And it sparked memory of this client who she was so afraid people wouldn't remember her. And that conversation for me, I totally remember her. I'll probably always remember her, because it was one of those conversations where I couldn't answer that for her. She had to figure that out on her own, and I supported her in that. So what does this bring up for you guys? Is there something that you want to leave your mark so people remember you? Is there things that you remember loved ones about? So that's today's conversation on Conversations about Death and Dying. This is Elizabeth Erbrecht, and this is the show for people that want to talk about death and dying, don't want to talk about it, but are curious, and everything in between. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.